Hello, everyone. My name is Shankidra Bailey. I have read and will be presenting a book called The Four Obsessions of an Extraordinary Executive by Patrick Lencioni. So let's get started.
This is a fiction tale of two companies. However, it does offer a resemblance to real life situations. Both companies are technical consulting firms. The first company is an unhealthy organization who is desperately searching for a cure. The cure that they are looking for is a cure on how to beat the competition. The second company is a healthy organization who is faced with fighting off a potential virus. The virus is a disgruntled former employee. Now let's take a closer look at these two companies. Vince Green is the founder and CEO of Greenwich Consulting. The company has $80 million in revenue. However, Vince is not satisfied. He will not be satisfied until the company is recognized as the number one technical consulting firm in the Bay Area. He even joked that he would be happy when his competitor, Telegraph Partners, was dead. Greenwich has had its share of new business, but struggled to retain its clients as well as employees. Vince has spent so much of his time and money learning about his rival, and not enough time and attention focused on his own customers and employees. Rich O'Connor is the CEO of Telegraph Partners. Telegraph's clients have always raved about their services and even stood by them during difficult times. Rich seems to never acknowledge that the competition Greenwich exists. He never mentions them during press interviews, and he seems genuinely disinterested when he sees them in person. However, Rich had a hard time balancing family and work life, so he developed the four disciplines to help him become an extraordinary executive. Now, before we get into the four disciplines, let's pause for a moment. You may be asking yourself, what purpose can this book serve for you? Perhaps you want to learn what role a leader plays in an organization. Perhaps you want to learn the disciplines to help you manage your own healthy organization. Maybe you just want to learn the disciplines on how to function within your current organization. Whatever the case may be, let's get into the four disciplines, and it will help us gain insight on how to answer this question. The four disciplines are: 1. Build and maintain a cohesive leadership team. 2. Create organizational clarity. 3. Over-communicate organizational clarity. And 4. Reinforce clarity through human systems. Discipline 1. Build and maintain a cohesive leadership team. Telegraph Partners use what is called the MBTI, or Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. This is a report from a test that is used to better understand each employee's preferences and their personality type. It helps them to know each other well enough to not hold back anything. This will help the team be more successful, deal with other people better, contribute more to the team, reduce stress, enjoy your work, and get more out of life. What does a cohesive team consist of? The essence of a cohesive leadership team is trust. This is marked by an absence of politics, unnecessary anxiety, and wasted energy. More than anything, a cohesive team is efficient. They arrive at decisions more quickly. They also spend less time worrying about what their peers will think and do. This is a process of getting to know one another at a level that few people, even family, ever achieve. Discipline number 2: create organizational clarity. This means eliminating confusion relating to the company's identity, direction, strategy, objectives, roles, and responsibilities. What does organizational clarity consist of? It's about agreeing on the fundamental concepts that drive the company. It's also about what's important and what is not. It helps employees make decisions and resolve problems without constant supervision and advice from managers. It empowers employees with a sense of true confidence. It also empowers them with a sense of unity. It allows them to share a common understanding of where the company is headed, what success looks like, whom their competitors are, and what needs to be achieved to claim victory. Discipline number 3: over-communicate organizational clarity. Rich believed in order to communicate something adequately, you have to use repetition. The term beating a dead horse is appropriate with this discipline. What does over-communication look like? Over-communication is understanding what the organization is all about and how to contribute to its success. This is done through repetition, simple messages, and multiple mediums so that everyone has a clear understanding of the direction of the organization. With repetition, some experts say that only after hearing a message 6 times does a person begin to internalize it and remember it. Simple messages. Avoid overcomplicating key messages. It only serves to confuse others. Employees need clear, uncomplicated messages about where the organization is going. Multiple mediums. Oftentimes, executives feel comfortable using just one form of communication to convey messages to the rest of the organization. It is important to use different forms of communication because they provide executives with unique opportunities to reach employees and make messages clear. Discipline number 4: reinforce organizational clarity through human systems. This is done by building a structure to preserve culture. This process is carried out during the interview and hiring process, as well as managing employee performances and rewarding them. In order to reinforce organizational clarity, you have to build a sense of clarity into the fabric of the organization through processes and systems that drive human behavior. Healthy organizations look for qualities in job candidates that match the values of the company. So, why did Rich succeed aside from the 4 disciplines? He succeeded because he had an appreciation for simplicity and discipline, and that is what made him an extraordinary executive. So let's revisit the question: on what purpose can this book serve for you? The purpose is to help executives understand the simplicity and power of organizational health. This is all good news for us who don't quite measure up. We can too become extraordinary leaders if we embrace that success is not intelligence or natural ability, but commitment to the right disciplines. Organizational health offers a competitive advantage. A healthy organization has less politics and confusion, higher morale and productivity, lower unwanted turnover, and lower recruiting costs. It requires extraordinary levels of commitment, courage, and consistency. Keeping things simple is very critical. I hope to one day own my own business and be the best executive that I can be. So for me, this book increased my productive thinking. I would recommend this book and these 4 disciplines to leaders who are struggling with building and maintaining a healthy organization. So, in conclusion, in order for an organization to be successful, they need to understand the simplicity and power of organizational health. Executives must create and maintain a healthy organization and understand that there is absolutely no substitute for discipline. I hope that this can one day help you become an extraordinary executive.